Hello everyone, Sol Invictus here. Today I've got quite the gem for you guys. We will be covering a best of three for a tournament, which is Barbarian Warlord tournament. We will be covering Hamilkar versus, yes, okay, it's running. Hamilkar versus Achilles. So two great player. Hamilkar, in my opinion, and from what I hear about people, is going to be the current top dog of Rome 2, so we'll see how he handles playing with Tylus. That should be interesting. For Achilles, which is a great player as well, it's going to be Boyai, so two super strong faction going against one another. Let us look at the build real fast. This battle lasts 5 minutes, so it's going to be a quick one. This is game one. Celtic Slingers, three of them for Achilles. We'll have Levi Freeman, it seems like two of them. Then the Oathsorn, it's going to be two Oathsorn, and the rest is going to be Swords Follower, and indeed it is. And then there's one Celtic Warrior there. There's not much of a meat shield for Achilles, but he does have cavalry to serve that purpose. So I assume he decided to spend a bit more on cavalry, probably afford to bring a noble horse general by canceling the Levy Freemans. It's a bold strategy because that means that your cavalry is probably going to eat some precursors unless you're absolutely on point with your macro. For Hamilkar, we're going to have Raiding Horsemen. That's going to be two of those units, as well as well, that's it for cavalry. Not a lot of cavalry. That's quite a heavy build, melee build for Hamilkar. Celtic Slingers, two of them. There's going to be three Thracian Peltist. Levy Freeman, we see three of them. Two Spear Warriors, fantastic. Tribal Warriors, that's going to be three of them. Oathsorn, three of them, including the General and one Celtic Warrior. That's a nasty build right there. I'd hate to face that. Tylus is very strong under those rules set, and this just goes to show it. There is a third raiding horseman in the back. So he capped on his cavalry by just having a bunch of these guys. I did not go for melee capital. So far, it may seems like Boya is getting the upper end of the skirmishing phase. We do see Hamilkar losing a lot of slingers. What we will most likely see from Hamilkar in this battle is constantly, just focusing on cavalry whenever he gets the chance. And that's exactly what he's gonna do on both sides. We'll see Hamilkar pushing with the slingers. So the reason he does that is that he doesn't want to use his slingers against the Celtic slingers of the opponent. He just wants to get those shots in the cavalry ASAP. He knows that the cavalry is the only way Boyai can win. By blunting charge, by having his cavalry lasting for long, and then getting into skirmishers at the end of the game, but most importantly, blunting the charge. The side effect of Hamilkar focusing those units will be that they pull back, and look at him. He's just running the Celtic Slingers up front. It doesn't matter if they're getting shot at. He's getting precious shot at the cavalry. We will see cavalry getting a bit ballsy there. Oof, jab to the face. That has got to hurt. So that cavalry, same thing there. That's brutal. Combined Levy Freeman and Raiding Horseman. Beautiful job by Hamilkar. They're damaging this unit, and as you can tell, he will still be firing at those cav, which are now depleted from Javelin with the Singer, so those cavalry units will drop quickly. That Levy Freeman got flattened, but at what cost? So if you go for a charge blunting type of build with expensive cav, it's super hard because you got to catch the Levy Freeman off guard, so by not getting your precursors in. That sword follower absolutely slammed the levy free, of course, but it's now gonna get counter charge, it seems like. Now, it did get a charge into the tribal, so... No, those kills were actually against routing Levy Freeman. So yeah, bad situation there for the swords follower, having to pull back. Same goes there, so yeah. What happened early game there is that Hamilkar was just too quick on the micro, I think. Achilles is a great player, so... I'm sure he's not happy with his performance so far. Yeah, this is looking a bit bleak for Achilles. He's losing his cavalry big time. His infantry is getting counter-charge, or got counter-charge twice. We do have a Oathsorn starting to collide with the tribal warriors. Go. Let's first pause. So for Achilles, we have Noble Horse, two of them very healthy, one of them depleted. Not sure what the slingers are doing at the moment. I'm sure he's trying to fire at the cap still. General there. But for the protection of the backline, we have a lot of Thracian Peltas, and these guys are gonna suck for cavalry. Let's press play. Thracian Peltas, as you see, they were shooting straight for that cavalry. This could potentially be a trouble for Hamilkar. But yeah, he needs a flank overload if you want to win on that side, because Hamilkar doesn't have the cav to stop that push. What he does have, though, is illustration warriors. Sorry, Peltas. Let's see how he reacts. So Hamilkar pulling back from the side that he's not confident he's going to win, or that he just simply doesn't have to engage. As simple as that. Tribal warriors running away from the Celtics. Javelin in the back of the Celtic Warriors, beautiful job. That Oathorn is getting shredded. Beautiful job by Hamilkar. They're getting the Levy Freeman to fire at them. I'm sure we will see at some point some Thracian Peltas trying to fire at them as well. So as you see, the Swords Follower are getting absolutely smashed by combined arm. I believe the Thracian Peltas are gathering some kills against them. Very little, but some kills regardless. Gotta give it to the Celtic Slingers of Boyai. They are gathering some kills. I just wonder if those kills were against strong units or mainly against the Slingers. I think it was mainly against the Slingers. Cavalry's gonna get caught. There's 28 seconds left to that battle. This isn't looking good at all for Boyai. There is a lot of LT unit in reserve for Hamilkar, and he should eventually be able to just chase down those slingers, so I'm assuming we're gonna see a concede at any point. And look at, let's just take a second to look at that. Look at how Hamilkar has, it's very controlled aggression, as you can tell. His army still is relatively well organized, you know, his slingers, his missiles are still in the center. He has units to cover them, he still has some sort of a wing on that side. He's reinforcing, it seems like, reinforcing on the spear side. So, I mean, it's really a controlled aggression when you play against Hamilkar. It's beautiful play. GG to Achilles. This is no easy task to beat Hamilkar. If we look at the builds straight off the bat, you can just see how that's a nasty build from Hamilkar, really. 3 Thracian Peltas, 3 Oathsworn, 3 Tribal, 1 Celtic. That's a brutal build, man. A very strong neutral. Titus probably the strongest faction of that tournament, in my humble opinion. Although it is not for everyone, people that are good at using them are going to dominate for sure whenever they pick it, in my opinion. Sword Follower, one of them doing fantastic. That Oathzone got crapped on. That one didn't have the chance to engage. He conceded prior. The Cavalry got focused on early game, big time. That Noble Horse, I believe, was chased away by the Thracian Peltas, which probably had an absurd amount of ammunition left in them. Raiding Horsemen, perfectly used. We saw them being combined with the Slingers and Levy Freeman early game to do some damage on the heavy horses. And not just by kiting on the flanks, but by actually targeting them when they were going for the charge blunt. So yeah, beautiful play by Hamilkar. We will see how game 2 goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle. Sol Invictus signing off.